My name is Kathy Griffin. I'm shooting with Tyler Shields, who is wildly talented. This is fake blood, just so you know. I won't give away what we're doing, but Tyler and I are not afraid to do images that make noise. We have to move to Mexico today, because we're gonna go to prison, federal prison.
Yeah.
Call your dad, apologize, but let's, you, me, and Daryl just go to Mexico today, because we're not surviving this, okay?
Comedian Kathy Griffin.
CNN is ending its relationship with comedian Kathy Griffin. Kathy Griffin.
This morning, Kathy Griffin finds herself out of a job.
CNN says it has now fired Griffin as co-host of its New Year's Eve show with Anderson Cooper.
The image of the comedian holding the bloodied likeness of President Trump's head was instantly condemned online.
Disgusting but not surprising. This is the left today. They consider this acceptable. Imagine a conservative did this to Obama as POTUS.
The president is also tweeting about the shocking image. My children, especially my 11-year-old son, Barron, are having a hard time with this. Sick.
Griffin took to Twitter to explain herself, first saying, "I'm merely mocking the mocker-in-chief." Then apparently realizing she made a mistake, releasing this video.
I sincerely apologize.
She sure looked put together when she posed for the photo. Compare that to how drained and exhausted she looked on the video apology.
The Secret Service had a strong reaction, telling ABC News, "We don't have the luxury of knowing a person's intent. Each alleged or perceived threat has to be investigated thoroughly."
The Secret Service are going to look at this because it's out there. Now, will they seriously put much energy into it? The answer is no. Did Kathy Griffin threaten anybody? No.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
No, it wasn't.
Thank you.
For the record, it was well beyond Rosie O'Donnell.
Yes, I'm sure it was.
Your Twitter account has several disparaging comments about women's looks. Does that sound to you like the temperament of a man we should elect as president?
She starts asking me all sorts of ridiculous questions, and, you know, you could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
You wouldn't have your job if you weren't beautiful. It's very sad. And I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face.
I don't want to sound too much like a chauvinist, but when I come home and dinner's not ready, I go through the roof.
Planned Parenthood should absolutely be defunded.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no, as a principle?
There has to be some form of punishment.
For the woman?
Yeah.
A person who's flat-chested is very hard to be a 10.
She ate like a pig.
You could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
I have been better to women than any of these candidates, frankly.
What would it look like if his own insults were turned on him? Wearing a pussy bow blouse in a nod to his caught-on-tape bragging about grabbing women's genitals, she held up a Trump mask with fake blood coming out of the eyes and coming out of the wherever. The President of the United States and his family is personally attempting to ruin a comedian. Ted Nugent threatened to kill President Obama. Trump invited Ted Nugent to the White House. Trump himself is currently facing 2 lawsuits for inciting violence at his rallies when he told his followers to, quote, knock the crap out of protesters or, quote, punch him in the face.
I get it. We all know what's going on here. They're using me as a shiny object so that nobody's talking about his FBI investigation. All right, I get it.
He's not just Donald Trump, real estate developer, having a celebrity feud. He's using the power of the federal government against her.
I did not think that people would be trying to murder me and mobilize other people to murder me. And I wish the president would govern instead of trying to do whatever he's trying to do.
Do you think that if you were a male comic, they would be coming after you as hard?
No, cut the crap. This wouldn't be happening to a guy. This is a woman thing, all right? I'm just going to come out and say it. And I'm sorry if you don't agree with me, but I live it. I'm 56 years old. Everywhere I play, there's a male promoter, there's a male who owns a theater. The people who sign my checks are white guys. They're usually older white guys. I've been living this my whole career.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president? It's been a while. And maybe it's time.
A Marilyn Manson music video shows him beheading a Trump figure. The band Municipal Waste has an image of Trump with a bloody gunshot to his head on a band t-shirt. The band GWAR has had violent images like this for president after president for years. Unlike these male artists, Kathy has endured the most powerful man in America and his family using their power to target her and her employers after she apologized.
Hey, congratulations on the New Year's gig, bro.
Thanks, I'm really psyched. Planning it all out.
Are you planning it now already?
Trying to figure out what we're gonna do. It's a lot of time. 4 hours.
4 hours, man.
Yeah.
Have you talked to Kathy at all in the meantime? Did you run it by her first before you accepted it? Or...
Who?
Kathy Griffin.
Who?
Kathy Griffin.
I don't know her.
The ex-host.
Oh, okay.
With Anderson.
Okay.
What do you mean? Like, she used to host it with Anderson, now it's going to be you. You're kind of replacing her, right?
Oh, okay.
Because CNN gave her the axe. How come this is news to you?
I don't know.
So you haven't talked to Kathy Griffin about it at all?
No.
No? This is a bizarre interview, man.
Is it?
Well, you don't know who Kathy Griffin is?
I'm trying to remember.
The redhead one who held the Trump head, who used to host. You're her replacement, Andy.
So I woke up to this voicemail today on my phone. So for those of you that think, you know, I took the picture with the Trump mask and that thing's all over, it's not at all over. It's still going on, and in fact, it's gotten worse for me. So this is what I woke up to today.
Hey Kathy, it's Harvey Levin. How are you? It's Friday afternoon. If you have a minute, could you give me a call? I am at 818-972-0014. Hope all is well.
So that's his number, and I don't have a minute to call him. Maybe you do. During my 2-month investigation, phone numbers got out of my mom, and my mom got death threats at her retirement village, and my sister, while she was dying of cancer, got death threats at her apartment. So that's why I'm putting that out there. All right, regarding TMZ, I know it's a guilty pleasure, but this is a deeply misogynistic website. The ageism is out of control with this guy, Harvey Levin. I mean, every picture of an actress over 40 and God forbid 50 is, you know, how hideous they are and how attractive they used to be. If you look at that site over and over and over, they've done hit pieces on me to the point where it's actually affected my career. For example, when the Trump mask photo came out, why did TMZ need to report every single one of my shows that was canceled in real time? Why? What was the point of that? What do they care if I had a show canceled at the Count Basie Theater in Red Bank, New Jersey? It feels targeted. I just want everyone to know TMZ is very much in bed with this administration. Just look at it. If you don't believe me, just look at it. Tyler Shields, who took the infamous photo of me holding the mask, he's the one who told me that 2 people at TMZ told him Harvey Levin speaks to Donald J. Trump multiple times a week. Is that okay with you guys? The president is talking to a gossip blogger? People should know that what you're gonna do to me, because I know what you're gonna do to me. You already called me. What was that for? Blackmail? A threat? You have an embarrassing tape on me? I ran out of fucks to give, Harvey. I don't give a fuck. Certainly about you or Andy Cohen. Look at all the shows on Bravo. It's middle-aged women pulling each other's hair out. That's not what we do, Andy, Harvey, your little besties. So when Andy Cohen did his little stupid rant about me, and you were so thrilled to put it on TMZ, and then I see that you personally retweeted it, yeah, this is coordinated. I'm on to you.
And Kathy Griffin joins us now from LA. Kathy, good morning. Welcome to Sunrise.
You apologise.
Yeah.
You were very upset. Are you no longer sorry for it?
Correct. I'm no longer sorry. The whole outrage was BS. The whole thing got so blown out of proportion. Stop acting like my little picture is more important than talking about the actual atrocities that the President of the United States is committing now in light of all the crazy stuff that he and this administration are doing. Pardoning Joe Arpaio, who is a federal criminal who is convicted of a crime but never served time. The transgender ban. You know, he's just also, he's unhinged. No, I don't apologize for that photo anymore. And I think the outrage is complete BS because we have real things to deal with.
There you are with Donald Trump's head, and you adopt a pose which, of course, is reminiscent of those jihadists, those so-called Islamic State fighters.
Or Perseus and Medusa.
Well, perhaps, but in our day...
A lot of iconic imagery in comedy has been done with, there's a movie called Eight Heads in a Duffel Bag with David Spade. I believe there's a scene in Death Becomes Her where they roll Meryl Streep's head down a bowling alley. So this is all open for interpretation.
I mean, you seem to be accusing him of being behind the Secret Service investigation,
Department of Justice.
The fact that you were briefly on a no-fly list.
First of all, I'm still on the Interpol list. I was detained at Heathrow. I've been detained at every single airport on this tour.
And you cannot get a gig in the United States of
Correct.
America.
And no one will lift a finger.
You're finished back home.
We'll see. We'll see. You never know. Never say never. So I just want younger people, LGBT folks, people of color, to look at me like a case study and go, all right, they knocked her down, but somehow she got back up.
But I'm just asking you to please start to notice this intense ageism and misogyny. Support other women that are out there just doing it, grinding it out, amazing work, time after time. But I think you get the point. The end.